Dark so long I cannot find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me. In this red light, it calls me. He is reaching out, consuming. Tyrant of the dark star, where's my love? What hold this heart?
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Tyrant of the Dark Star. I'm Aubrey, your GM, and I'll introduce my players, who they are, who they're playing, and we'll get rolling into things.
Hi, I'm Maki. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Gravewing, the Nagaji Sylph vigilante monk / air cadeticist, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she is the party mom / strategist of the rebellion.
Hello. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Laeth IV, the matricidal Dampier Dandy Rogue and Spy Master, who uses she, any pronouns.
Hello, I am Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Eurideux, just Eurideux still. They are our Nephilim, cursed boy of a problem. They are going to be the party in this rebellion's firebrand, and they also use they, he pronouns.
Hello, I am Farris. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Alouette, a totally normal Nephilim thaumaturge bard having a very normal and good time learning all about her way more cursed family. She also uses she, her pronouns and is the Anathema partisan.
Hello, I am Sparlock, and both me and my character use he, him pronouns. I'm going by Alistair Whiskerfield, wizard detective extraordinaire. As heir to the fine distinguished family of wizard, mice, ratzards, Isoki arcanists. I swear I was always aware of it. I keep my whiskers to the ground to uncover the truth of the powers that be who subjugate us, by which I mean I'm our recruiter.
And hello, to round off the group, I am Tick. I have he, she, they pronouns, and today I'll be playing Nihil, a flesh warp sorcerer who is just a totally ordinary cook and quartermaster for the group, and definitely not a cannibal. Parentheses, he's a cannibal, but it's a dietary restriction, so don't be too mean to him.
So, now is the all-important question of what happened last time.
Oh boy, I can be not normal again. So, last time on this game that we play every Sunday, and I love how Farris is a note taker, and I just kind of raw dog it every time. But we kind of did a bit more planning about how we're going to approach this pirate situation. We kind of came to the option of, one, bribing them, because who doesn't like money? Pirates love money. And two, dealing with whatever's keeping their ship from leaving, because quite frankly, that'll just get them out of here, and then we don't have to fight. We can just literally get them to betray their employers. It will not be that hard, ideally. What are they, loyal to the cause? No, they're loyal to the coin. But we all kind of split off to do our various different tasks. Nihil, Moth Mom, and who the fuck was the third person? Laeth. Hi Laeth. I didn't forget you, I promise. Alyssa's deadpanning me. But those three went off to the docks to explore and check stuff out. Had a little bit of a lore dump about the cannibalism and figured out that there was a giant sea drake kind of causing problems and breaking into fisheries and eating all the fish, and we think, oh, maybe we don't have to kill and eat this monster. Maybe we could just relocate them or figure out what exactly has happened that is making it start doing this all of a sudden. Because ecological trauma and crisis is a thing that happens, and we don't have to blame the monster for that if we don't have to. But just in case it is a sea drake problem, I'm just saying I'm sharpening my little cooking knife. Alouette impressed us even more by digging a deeper and deeper hole for herself every single day. I did not know that was one of her skills, but at this point you gotta give her a burrowing speed of at least 30 feet. As she continued to build more of an elaborate lie about this engagement with Laeth, which at this point I'm fully convinced is gonna happen, and Laeth is not gonna show up at the altar because Jesus Christ, everyone's gonna hear about it. But convinced that Alistair was the wedding planner. I think Yuri went off to do something without everyone, and it was so secretive I forgot what it was. I don't remember what Yuri did. I'm sorry. I love hot
as well.
You were there as well. Got it. Right. You both were digging this hole. Yuri was like watching this hole get dug, and I was like, well, I mean, how bad can it get? And I'm just sitting here like, oh, you don't know what the shippers are talking about in Discord. Oh, it's gonna get worse. But then we all gathered together, talked about what we were talking about, introduced Schism to the group, who could not help us, but that's okay. He's very hot and very cute. And, yeah, we've kind of been planning about what to do about the sea serpent. I think Alouette is very disapproving about this cannibalism thing, despite the fact that she continues to dig holes, presumably to dig, bury bodies into, because what else are you digging these holes for? But, yeah. That is roughly what happened last time. Gays, sea drakes, and cannibalism.
So I believe one of your big things is you're going to be going to talk to the Dockmaster.
Yeah.
And the big question I have is, are you going as yourselves, or are you going as the Anathema?
Anathema!
Yeah, I think that's best. I don't want them to know who I am.
Well, if somebody would like to give me a society check real quick, just to see how fast you can find where the Dockmaster lives.
Ooh, I can do it. And you could also do it, Aki. You probably roll better than me. But that is
I also have Streetwise.
I got a 22.
22, yeah. It doesn't take you very long. It is a surprisingly very unassuming building, but you're able to find a few people who point you in the right direction. Unassuming building, you can see sort of lights on inside, and I'm guessing who's leading the charge for this? Who's gonna knock?
Is everyone coming? Yeah.
Yeah.
You all just met up.
My brain says someone with charisma. My heart says Mothmom because she's like the coolest one in this group. I'm gonna be honest.
I have street cred for fucking saving everybody for 10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, go for it.
We're all in full outfits, right? With our masks and stuff.
Oh, of course. I'm looking fabulous.
Doesn't look so much like a robbery or something. Okay, yeah. This a loan shark shakedown. But yeah, nobody else wants to. I will lead and knock.
Yeah. You hear a voice from inside that says, "Coming, just a moment." And 5-10 seconds later, the door opens and you see this sort of tall, sort of lanky figure. They have this sort of greenish blue skin and white hair as they sort of poke their head out and look at all of you, and they just sort of swallow very obviously and go, "Can I help you?"
Are you the Dockmaster?
If I say yes, is that the good thing?
I mean, it can be a good thing. Could be a bad thing. It depends what you say next.
Yes.
Good. So we hear you have a sea drake problem.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem. They like look around and they say, "We probably shouldn't be having this conversation out on the street. Come in. Do you like tea?"
Yeah.
Great. Please, I don't. As you enter this house, it is in disarray is the best way to put it. It clearly looks like somebody's been looking for something, but they have not seemed to find it. Like, bookshelves have been emptied, and you can kind of see their contents stacked up on the floor. Any clear surface is covered with books open to various pages. A lot of them seem to be logbooks of some kind. And you watch, there are seats for people to sit, like if they were coming in to do deals or anything with the Dockmaster. Most of them have books on them, but you can easily remove those if you want to take a seat. And you watch as this person sort of moves into this small like kitchenette, and like with a few words, like lights a little fire under this teapot, and they're just like, I think I have enough cups. Yes, pardon me. You can call me Aster. I'm the new Dockmaster. Yeah, you're actually not the first people to talk to me about the problem today. So,
Today?
yeah, there was the Dock Workers Union is putting together money to essentially put a bounty on the thing. They have not been able to work for almost a month because of it. People are getting frustrated.
Aren't you supposed to know some sort of ritual to appease it?
Theoretically, I can't find the notes. I was only apprenticing under the last Dockmaster for about 3 months before he unfortunately was murdered.
Murdered by Drake or something else?
By a dock worker. It was some sort of disagreement over some sort of something to do with money, I was told. I wasn't there when it happened.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's... If it's in here, I haven't been able to find it yet, and I've been looking for a solid 3 days.
Did you only work here, or do you have other places, other offices?
This is, the Dockmaster lives and works out of here. So if it wasn't anywhere else that good old Bernard would have anything.
Lucky for you, we have a great mouse detective.
What happened to the murderer?
As far as I know, the coin guard arrested him and took him to trial.
Okay, well, why don't we try looking ourselves, if you don't mind, for this ritual? Whatever it was obviously working.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was. So, yeah, there's be my guest. I'm tired. And you hear the teapot start to whistle, and they start to they pour in the teapot, and they start the ritual of making tea. If anybody wants to help Aster look for this, give me investigation checks.
Like I said, look, help with the tea, and I was like, I'll help with the tea. It's cooking.
No, Aster's got the tea. But give me perception checks.
I will help.
Oh,
I was gonna say we have the helper.
yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
helping.
wait. Does the investigators like anything weird sense ping
Can I
in
give?
the dock room?
There's nothing hidden here per se. There's just a lot of books to go through, and there was only one person looking through them.
I'll give guidance to Alistair.
Okay.
And then I'll just help with tea because I feel like there's too many people looking in a very small space. And we're just going to get in each other's way.
Yeah, I think I might have any specific for... Nope. Nothing specific for this, but I do have a 18.
So yeah, Alistair, you get a little distracted by some of these log books because clearly more in some of them, especially from about say 10 years ago, there's more money coming in than there should be. So somebody's doing something under the books, and you're very distracted by that. And so for everyone else, Laeth, you got a 25, Gravewing, you got a 24, and Yuri, you got a 29. You three are going through these in a very meticulous way, and so that you don't accidentally like double read any of them. Yuri, you're the one who finds it, or you find what there isn't. You are looking through a old journal specifically about the lake and everything. There are references to some sort of temple underneath the lake, and then you get to pages that you think probably should relate to the ritual, except they're missing. You can clearly see where somebody has ripped these pages out of the notebook.
Yeah, I think I'm looking through that, and I'm Yuri themselves. I'm looking at this like I feel like I would know about a temple under the lake, but apparently you don't. But I'm looking through, and I kind of see it and pull like the pages just far enough so you can fully see them. I say aloud, well, it should be in this book. Someone didn't want anyone to find it, however, as there's clearly pages ripped out.
Would it be the murderer of the prior Dockmaster?
Not sure.
Perhaps that is what they killed him for.
Aster, do you know who else had access to this place besides you?
Well, I see many sailors and things a day. Most captains have to come by here when they come into port to register their ship, their crew, whatever cargo they're carrying, pay any various docking fees or taxes. Then, there's occasionally coin guard pass through. There've been several members of the Holy Blood poking around as well because they want to hunt the monster too.
You said the person that murdered the previous person, they are put on trial by the coin guard?
Yeah, they were. I was told that they were put on trial and sentenced to prison.
Think there's something more being hidden from everyone. I think I'd like to go talk to this person. Because something about money, that's such an easy excuse to tell the public and have people believe it.
Is the GM the coin guard or the person who was arrested?
The person that was arrested.
You would have to go back into the prison you escaped from.
Yeah, we just turn ourselves in again. Is it? No, I'm kidding.
I don't want to do a second prison break. No.
I'm realizing that as you were saying that.
They're in the cold iron prison.
I could also go shake down the coin guard. Sorry, in character. I could also go shake down the coin guard.
Maybe we should not discuss our plans here.
I won't say anything, Aster says quietly as they like come and bring a tray of tea because they have 6 masked vigilantes in their thing and they're a little scared.
They don't
Because they're
benefit.
this lanky, just undying human.
Yeah, they don't benefit anything from telling on us besides what? The reputation that you're also a narc. So I think we're okay. Just don't discuss specifics.
And Laeth, you're also looking through the book as well. There is a reference to a druid who supposedly lives along the bank of the river. Denrim Emberheart is the dwarf's name. They're a druid who lives along the banks of the river. Apparently, they helped craft the ritual.
Yeah, so I think that while Yuri is plotting to break into the prison, Laeth continues to look through the book and sort of sighs and says, "Really, Eurideux, do you have to pick the hardest possible option? The person who created the river, or the person who created the ritual, is still around. We can just talk to them instead."
Oh, well, that's much easier. Also, GM out of character.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same lake that my family lives on, right? It's near.
Yeah.
Near.
You're essentially Silver Court. Your family lives closer to the river rather than the lake.
I see.
Because there is the entire Narrows district between Silver Court and the lake.
Okay.
There's only one lake and there's only one river, so
Yeah. Then, well, maybe we go talk to them first. If we don't need to shake down people, that'd be better.
Did you, the Dockmaster, the old Dockmaster, ever take you to visit this person, Aster? Denrim Emberheart?
I think he mentioned the name a few times. I honestly, yet again, only worked here 3 months before it became my job. So there are many things that old Dockmaster didn't teach me. So they kind of shrug.
Well, you should still come with us when we go find them.
Yeah, sure.
Aster, please don't take offense to this. Is there a reason why you, that's only been here for 3 months, became the new Dockmaster?
Well, I was supposed to have a lot more training because essentially is the Dockmaster will, after like 10 years or so on the job, and they will, or a few years on the job, it was 10 for the previous one, they'll take on an apprentice, and the apprentice helps them out and learns from them. So then when they either retire or kick the bucket, usually kick the bucket, they take over the job.
Okay, so you were set as, okay, I understand. I just want to make sure that
I was supposed to have like a few more years of training.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Sometimes people are put in places as pawns without them realizing it. So, but yes, you
That's
should
a
join
horrifying
us.
thought.
Yes.
You are very pawnable looking. You're like what, Undyne?
Yeah. I have a family has a great connection to the lake.
Then you especially better show up with us when we find the druid. Make a really good impression. First impression.
Just let me know. I can't say I'm good at fighting, but I'll do my best. Because there are stories of an old druid who you gotta go out into the you gotta go out into the Watching Woods to get to them. They're on the other side of the lake.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay. If it's that same fucking druid, I'll be real upset, not at you.
Same druid as what?
The one in the legends. That they just said.
Is it not supposed to be?
I'm hoping it's not.
I see.
Well, there's no time like the present. Is there any reason to keep looking around before we make this visit?
I'd say we visit a druid.
I'm gonna look
Like,
at.
how old is this druid then, if this ritual's been passed down for generations and he's still alive?
I think I heard the Dockmaster say he was very stubborn.
People can live a very long time.
Yeah, if they're not murdered.
Not every person, but a lot of people can.
Eh?
Yeah, murdering does usually change the life expectancy.
Excuse me? Oh.
Let me go and I've got a bag. I've got like a medical bag. I'm decent at treating wounds. You need someone to fish and patch you up? That's me.
Ex-
Those are
very
my
kind of
two
you.
skills.
Wear something with a hood.
They'll sort of like scramble up because it's like essentially there's a place to live above this, and a few minutes later they'll come back down wearing like a kind of this sort of grayish coat with a hood on it, and they've got a sort of a small bag over their shoulder.
This whole time I'm inspecting the tea and then I'm gonna drink it. And I'm gonna glare
Yes.
if nobody else drinks it.
Is it
I
good
was already
tea,
drinking
Aubrey?
it.
I want you to roll for it.
Roll what for it?
Roll a crafting check for how good the tea is. I'm kidding. You don't have to, but like
It's tea. It's been grown to taste like that. Are you asking if they're a
Yeah.
good gardener?
the heat of the water, the length of the brew, all of those affect the flavor and sweetness of the tea.
How would you know? You brew tea for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's how I like the flavor.
That's not good. Straight up.
That's super steeped tea. You can drink it. It's fine.
You've steeped it overnight before.
If
You
it's
have told
hot
me this.
tea, and so you're doing a cold brew, it's different. However,
I was gonna say, yeah, I steep my teas very long for cold brews.
Yeah, cold brew definitely. Super long, but like, anyways, Aubrey, what'd you get?
I mean, I got like a 19 on the dice. This is like it's
Good tea.
it is good tea, but you can tell that this person doesn't get paid a lot, so it is kind of on the cheaper end, but it's still pretty good because it's just like it's your basic like black tea, kind of like something close to an Earl Grey.
You have a good eye for the water temperature and brewing time.
It's like it's my entire like water. I understand water better than people.
That's
that
very
being
impressive.
that being
Honest-
said, I am not drinking the tea.
Oh, I'm gonna drink your cup then.
That's
Of
fine.
course.
I also do not drink the tea.
Then I'm drinking a third cup.
Okay,
it's
I can grab
poison,
the
it's
second
poison,
one. I
you
got
know?
it.
If it's poisoned, it's poisoned. I'm drinking the tea.
The 3
I'm
of
drinking
us will
the
drink
tea.
all the tea. Of the 4 of us will drink all the tea.
Yeah. Skids, I'm gonna
Well-
have a cup. I could just put a hand over a cup and just subtly, without no one watching.
Respectfully, this bitch cannot afford poison. And two,
There's some
You
cheap
can barely
poisons
afford
out there.
tea was poured. I don't want to waste it. Gravewing's not about wasting at all. That's disrespectful. Bam, drank 2 cups.
It's
Feels
good tea.
warm.
Mhm.
Also
Yeah.
fair about the water. Me too, but not with water. With air, wind.
Yeah. Well, they kind of just like I can't say I've ever actually been outside of the city. I mean, I don't count swimming in the lake as being outside the city, but never been out to the city before.
Neither have I.
So
It would be an adventure for us both.
Wait, do we have to cross the lake to get this guy?
we're gonna have to. You're probably gonna. Well, me as the GM, you're gonna have to leave the city, and then it's gonna take you several hours because you're essentially going to have to. You could try and find somebody to charter a boat to take you across the lake.
Yeah, I was about to
because
say,
it
like,
also-
we're not planning to use a boat, right? Isn't there a really angry monster in the ocean?
There is kind of a really angry monster, so you would be
Yeah, I just
having
figured
a
on the
chance
other
of
side of the
running
lake, and I was
along.
like, we're walking, right? We're walking, right?
Yeah, but essentially you're going to have to leave the city and then travel the circumference of the lake, which will take several hours. And I will need some survival checks from people.
My fucking train. I should be trained in survival. 1 second.
Do you have any alternatives?
Girl, I'm not.
Any alternatives at all to survival?
Can we follow the leader,
Pitch
maybe?
me.
Like, can we not?
Is somebody an expert of survival so you can do follow the expert?
Is anyone trained in survival? First off,
I'm trained in survival somehow.
I've got nature.
What about nature?
And I've also
Nature works. Nature works.
Yeah. I also got society and streetwise, so maybe we can know where to go. Like maybe there's a shortcut.
I have eyes of the city. I know we're leaving the city, but I could talk to somebody on the way out.
Eyes of the close to the city, you know?
Aubrey, please, I have a +1 in survival.
I mean, if you have nature, you can use nature.
Okay,
nature.
I'll use nature. Does none of
really
us have
good.
survival?
Just
That's really
tick, it seems.
Okay.
It's
I'm the only one that knows how survival works, I guess, which is kind of impressive. Because I am not surviving in this economy.
Dirty 20.
Well, you're doing it for the food purposes. Survival sometimes is needed for food.
Hey, Aubrey, we have hero points, right? Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, yes.
Hypothetically, is it funny if we all... Actually, I'm sorry.
I used the hero point. I'll just say that. I used the hero point. Because I rolled a 2.
I'll also use the hero point. I rolled pretty poorly, and we're going to get another one in approximately 13 minutes.
Yeah, I'll use a hero point for that 6.
So look, 3 people needed it. That's half the party.
There
I
we
rolled,
go.
like,
Natural
really well.
20. 26.
Yeah.
Nice.
25 nature.
Mm-hmm.
16.
19 to survive.
Such city slickers.
You really
This is
are.
my city. Of course, I'm going to be really good in my city.
So, how many of you have ever been out into the Watching Wood before?
Not
I think-
Laeth.
I
think-
sorry, for audio medium, I raised my hand. Yuri has.
I think
Definitely
Moth
not
Mom
Liv.
has,
Mm-hmm.
but nowhere near as often as like Yuri
Mhm.
would. And Moth Mom also doesn't like going out there.
Yeah, essentially, as soon as you leave the gates, you have a constant feeling of being watched. It's that hair raising on the back of your neck, and you can look around to your heart's content. The woods are deadly silent. No birds, no insects, nothing. Have you ever just walked through woods where there's no
Nope.
nature sounds?
Nope. Why would I go out in the woods, Aubrey? Why? Why? Why?
Don't know. You're walking through the woods. It is eerily silent. There's a trick to moving through these woods. Alistair, you've read about it in books many times. This wood is full of paths that lead to nowhere. You kind of have to know the woods before you can even navigate through them. There's a trick to navigating, and it kind of involves keeping your destination in mind. The woods will try and throw you off the path. People swear that the trees move when you're not looking at them. And there are many times where one of you almost gets tripped by something, and then you look around and there's nothing there. And you all rolled well enough to avoid the Watching Woods problems for now, especially on such a short trip. And there is a time where, you do come across what appears to be some unfortunate travelers in the woods. They're very, very dead, and they almost look like they have been desiccated by something.
Are there any of them in good condition?
No.
Before that, do any of them have any like identification on them that we can take home to their families?
Give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
These
I was gonna ask to do.
these
Can I do the same thing? Because I was gonna
Yeah.
ask.
Unfortunately, that is a 12.
24.
Thank heavens.
I'm getting
24.
some I'm getting some decent rolls out of skills that I'm not the strongest in.
Mhm. You find these. One of them was a supposed guide to lead someone through the woods, and then the other was just a person from Malakad. You find their papers. Neither of you have heard the names before. The thing you notice is like the papers have dates on them when they're issued. These papers were issued almost 20 years ago. These bodies certainly don't appear like they've been here for 20 years. Kind of almost like something has completely leached the nutrients from them.
Interesting.
I'm gonna keep the papers just because.
Closure.
Yeah, we might be.
Doesn't matter how long it
just
is,
gonna-
you'll want to know.
Yeah. Plus, we got the blades. They might be able to help.
Yeah. And what was the Gravewing? What was your total?
Like the roll that I did.
Yeah, the perception.
Oh,
The total for your perception.
24.
Hmm.
I can see in the dark, just in case
Yeah.
I have dark vision.
So you're doing this as you're looking around, and there's underneath one of the bodies there appears to be a like a plain leather bag.
Okay, well, I'm obviously gonna grab the bag.
Yeah, it is it's just sort of this plain leather bag with a thin leather cord attached to cinch it closed.
I'm gonna open it to just check, make sure I'm not.
Mhm.
Well, one, that the bag is still like properly put together. Like, I understand that it's a leather bag, but still, 20 years in the weird forest, things could happen.
Yeah, you as you do this and you're just sort of looking in. What do you suppose looking into a bag of holding like thing kind of looks like?
Yeah, no, I think looking into a bag of holding is like, especially taking into the atmosphere and the general vibe of Todd's. I think it's like looking into the portal that Coraline walks through or crawls through. I think that's what it looks like. So the walls of the bag are like, kind of like zigzaggy, sort of like. I wouldn't say that the bag is alive and breathing, but I think the bag is moving like it is. Again, like a kid's play pen thing when they go from one area to another, and it's just like a fucking slinky looking thing. So when they move, the whole thing moves because they're usually suspended in air. Like that. That's the kind of vibe. But Gravewing will just kind of nod and be like, "I think I found a bag of holding."
You actually found a smuggler's sack.
Oh, never mind.
It is a kind of bag of holding that
I found
you can.
I found a bag of holding that needs to do 20 to life. Thank you.
You can essentially hide things in here and hide them with a command word. And if you hide them with the command word, if somebody opens up and looks at the bag, they don't see them. But when you look into the bag, you see 4 potions. You see a small sack of what is probably money. Looks to be about 100 feet of rope and about a couple of days worth of rations. Because they're technically in a bag of holding, they're kind of still good.
Yeah. There's like 4 potions in here, some rope, money.
We could have used that
Are these
rope
rations still good?
last week.
Oh, I can try them here.
I toss one over to Nihil because
Mhm.
this
I
is the
will
best.
choose-
This is our best safe bet. This is our best.
I'll
Mind
feed it
you,
toward the
we're-
skim hands and be like, "How's this?" I'm not
We-
eating.
In front of
We are-
Aster?
We're traveling.
Oh,
with
Aster's
Aster.
guy!
God, I'll eat it normally.
Hmm.
I forgot
Yeah.
Aster was here. I forgot there was another entity. My bad. He's
Yeah.
just so moist.
For Aster. You
How's
didn't
it
ask for
taste?
this.
We should keep
tastes,
moving.
It
as
tastes a little stale, but like it's still edible if you had to. Like it's essentially this ration is like a mix of like hard bread, cheese, and dried meats.
It's nice and durable. Give it that. It's definitely edible.
Bread's a little tough, but you know.
It's edible.
Yeah. But yes, you can keep moving on from this, and eventually, after about several hours of walking, you've been able to circumvent a lot of the lake. And you can kind of see in the distance, there's this sort of... Ramshackled's not the word for it, but it is a cabin that seems to sort of be... It's almost like if somebody amplified the size of like a beaver's den to something that a person would live in. And you can kind of see smoke from a fire, like a fireplace, sort of coming up from it.
Shall we?
This is a druid, right? Like we're certain we're here to see a druid and not a witch.
No.
No.
In theory,
The
it
stories
should be
call him a druid.
I'll knock, I guess, if no one else is making any moves.
I
to go
refuse to
forward.
knock on any sort of door involving any socialization, but I will stand behind you if you need emotional support for it.
Gravewing is
this is
usually
good.
good about knocking on doors, but not fucking little huts in these goddamn woods.
This is like right on the edge of the lake. There's like a makeshift like dock and like a little makeshift boat.
I do think that if Lou makes a motion to knock, I'm just going to say, well, like, go up front, just in case.
Unless I shoot a fireball out of the door. And even then,
You never know.
as long as we are polite. Let us at
Don't
least
do it
start with being polite. Why are you also afraid of a druid? Jeez.
I just
I'm
we don't
gonna
know
knock.
this person.
Politely.
You knock and you hear a voice that goes, "Identify yourself."
Hello, I am the Vulture of the Anathema, and I am here to speak with the druid about the
Okay, you're
Drake
not the woods.
problem. No, I've never been woods before in my life.
They're not that creative. You hear from behind the door as the door opens as you immediately look down at this dwarf. This dwarf is ancient, is the best way to put it. Has very, very, like, almost down to his knees braided white hair. And his beard is, like, almost down to his knees as well. And heavily braided in with reeds and like a little bit of seaweed as well. It does take you a moment to realize he's not wearing a shirt, but you know the hair and beard do cover the majority of it. He's wearing pants, so.
Oh, come on, Aubrey, don't be a
important.
pussy.
So many white hair characters for Tick today. Wow.
I'm not into gilfs. This is like someone my nunna would like.
Hey,
There's
be
the
for
twink
real.
right behind all of you.
I hope
Yeah,
it
that's
is-
what I say. That's what I say. I was
Mhm.
pointing it out.
I'm very sorry for us intruding, but we have a bit of a problem in the city, and we thought perhaps that you could help with it.
Oh yeah, she's unhappy, isn't she?
Yes. Solving the problem of why she is unhappy will take a little bit longer time than we have, so we thought maybe we could do the short version first and then solve the long version when things are less drastic, if you understand.
Well, I think if you're coming out here to see me, you something happened to the
Bernard?
ritual I made.
Oh, it is
Yeah.
missing. It's the problem.
Oh, okay.
It was not
Well,
passed along properly, as it's the way of things, due to a bit of a murderous mishap. That makes it sound very slight. It was murder and that was bad, but we don't know all of the details. I'm sorry. Don't mean to make light of it.
yeah. Well, it looks around. She's like, I think I have enough food if you're hungry. I hope it. Do you?
We would not wish to intrude, and not if you
Well,
have
you
limited
should still-
supplies.
You should not have in-depth conversations around the trees, so you should come inside.
That is very gracious of you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We have also brought the former apprentice, Dockmaster, who is the new Dockmaster, to have a formal introduction between the two of you, as that seems to be necessary and important.
And just Esther just waves and just like, I have a lot of questions, and hopefully you can help. And sort of goes, well, I'll do my best. As you all enter this sort of relatively, it's homely. Clearly, this person has made their entire living out of a lot of. It definitely appears to be salvaged wood, probably from dead trees and things like that, and branches that fall. And has a nice fire going. So after dealing with it was very rainy on your way here. So get in, dry off. As you sort of settle in, the dwarf sort of sits down, and you watch as he's got some fish that he's turning on like a little spit to cook.
Forgive me, I forgot to ask your name. I didn't mean to go straight to business without introductions being put away.
That's okay. But anybody usually comes out, they just call me old man or druid or that old druid who lives on the other side of the lake. Not many people actually ask my name, so thank you. You can just call me Denram.
Denram? Ah, we had heard that might be the case, but I did not want to make assumptions.
Hey, Devin, can I help you? I'm sorry. If I may, we are guests intruding. At least let me help you cook.
The fish is already almost done. I just gotta. I live a very simple life. Please sit down, and I'll
Please, sir. I'm dying.
They've already had the meal prepared. No need to make more mess.
It's a no, Nihil.
This man clearly cooks in front on like an open fire. He doesn't have like a kitchen or anything.
No, that's fine. It has an extra flavor. Now this is gonna grumble about the extra flavors and stuff and how like good the.
Do not come into
Wow,
someone else's house
you
and
come
tell
into
them how
this-
to cook.
Yeah, right? Come into
I'm
this
not
man's home
complaining.
and
It's
complain about
excellent.
his
It's well
cooking?
done. The flame adds such an extra depth of the flavor to the fish, and the more fresh caught they are, the more flavor and nutrients they tend to. I'm gonna ramble like positively. I think this is very lovely.
So,
Yeah, about the ritual.
ritual.
Yeah, it's not supposed to end unless somebody sabotages it.
That seems to be the case when the former Dockmaster was murdered.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
there's more behind it than simply money, but we don't exactly have time to look into it.
Yeah, because I mean, Kessie, she's a little territorial, but she's a good creature. Spent a lot of time with her over the years. The ritual kind of keeps things in the lake the way they should be, and when the ritual is disrupted, things are not, and it's like if somebody came into your house and moved everything 2 inches to the left.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah. But imagine that's like your entire lake.
Still horrible, yes, you're right.
So, there's a temple in the bottom of the lake. That is where I set the ritual up because it needs to be at the center.
Okay, so we need to go into the lake and do this ritual?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll probably want to go in the morning. I do not. It is almost night, and I would not recommend trying this at night. There are some really scary things that live in the lake.
Yeah, I've heard.
Well, and it's going to take me a few hours to get all the stuff together that you'll need. And you will have to swim down there.
Okay.
If you could.
How long does the ritual take?
I can cast water breathing on all of you in the morning.
Oh, that is very kind of you.
You'll have 24 hours that you could breathe water. And yeah, I'll get everything together for the ritual. You can leave in the morning. It was probably a little cramped, but you all stay here. I would not recommend traveling to the forest at night. That's when it gets a little restless.
Okay.
I appreciate the hospitality, and I'm very sorry to have to impose on you in such a way.
Look, I don't get company very often, and you haven't insulted me, so it's a win in my book.
If there is anything that you don't normally get to do without company, like cards, I would be very happy to oblige. I understand.
Yeah, I haven't played cards in a while. Maybe we'll play some cards, but I'll prepare everything for the ritual first before I don't forget.
Oh yes, of course.
If you don't mind, would we be able to write down the steps and what we need for the ritual again, just in case?
Yes, I will walk you through everything you need.
Appreciate it.
And so this druid will start preparing for the ritual. You watch as he grabs many bundles of herbs and things that grow by the lake, plants and things like that, and starts making sort of these bundles of them. And in it, there's also some fish and some other sort of magical components. And he gives Aster all of the steps along the way, and Aster's writing them down. And it's sort of the idea is the only reason that the ritual ever ends is somebody messes with the display of it. It's sort of like it's ceremonially displayed, and yeah. So you all will be leaving in the morning, and you all hopefully have some bedrolls or something.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Just like for clarification on, the ceremonial display. That is in the temple, which is under the lake, right?
Yes.
So that means in order for it to be disrupted, either nature does its course with erosion, or somebody fucking swam down there.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to just double check those facts.
It didn't seem like he thought nature would do this, so
Yeah, no, I don't think that.
Hairless fish.
This is Todd's. Nature hasn't done anything in a long time.
Except apparently this forest.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't think that's nature either, technically, based on the
It's
lore.
just beef with everyone. It's not
It might be considered nature now, but it definitely wasn't nature origin. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody wants to do anything, have any conversations or anything as you all settle down, have conversations in this very cramped space.
I'm playing cards with Denerim.
Mhm.
And I'll drag anyone who wants to play cards into it, but also I feel like Aster needs socialization, so they're also getting dragged into the card
Mhm.
game.
Yeah,
And also I just feel like Aster and Denerim would make good friends, and so I'm
What-
helping them become friends.
What cards are you playing? What kind of cards? Are you doing poker? Are you doing this
Are we playing some Wicked Grace?
Wicked Grace?
Copyright.
Yeah,
Knox
it's
poker?
It's a variety of games. We're going through any game that Denerim has thought of playing and couldn't over the years, and also the ones that Lou has been dying to play that she hasn't gotten to in the tavern yet.
Yuri will join.
Yeah, let's go.
Once Yuri joins, Laeth will also join, and Laeth will cheat.
As expected.
Give me a thievery
Gravewing,
check.
Gravewing won't join, but Gravewing will watch because I think she's bad at cards.
That makes sense. She has vision problems, doesn't she?
Yeah, she has vision problems. She learned how to play from her brother-in-law and Whiskey Jack. So we know that none of this was fair ever. So
Lou doesn't know about the vision problems, so I can't seek out like a card deck for the visually impaired. But if she finds out, she will be doing that.
one day you'll all find out about how the depths of this visual impairment. And we will be like, oh my god, accessibility when? And I'll be like, where? In Valakat? Bad is in its name.
Is it?
Mal means bad
Oh,
in
okay,
French.
okay. I thought you were going
in
for
Spanish
Chad.
as well, but I was thinking,
wrong.
where the fuck is bad? There's no B in Malik.
Yeah, I thought
I
you
was
were
like Mal
you were
is
like,
also,
Chad
I
is spelled with a
thought
B
Mal
now.
was also in Spanish
Latin.
too,
It
but I
is,
was like,
yeah,
I was
but
like,
I was just-
it's
I was-
Latin based. Yeah.
I heard
Yeah, it's
literally
a-
bad, that's why.
It's a Latin root word.
Yeah.
Suffix root word.
It also means ill in certain build-ups, so that's a
Sad.
fun one.
Sick.
Anyway, etymology
Yeah,
aside,
City of
not that I
sickness.
don't want to discuss etymology,
Wow.
but
Well,
Yeah, I got a 29
29
thievery.
to cheat. Yeah, yeah.
That's above my perception
It's
DC.
are you cheating to win or what?
I'm cheating to. I'm cheating to make Yuri lose and maybe help Alouette.
Yeah, that tracks. I was going to suggest that, and I knew you were going to say it.
It's just Laeth joins the game and suddenly Yuri's losing all the time and Alouette's winning more than normal.
Why is this the fifth Joker I have seen? Isn't there
Let
only
me-
two in this deck?
this is the deck that you got out of one of the stores in Goldtown. So, like, who knows? Who knows? I haven't really checked it for all the cards.
I'm gonna
borrowed it, I'm sorry.
glare at Laeth because this is far from the first time this would have happened. But I'm not gonna just harsh the vibe. So
Yeah.
I think Niall's gonna play, but also really wants to know about how to pick good fish for fishing and stuff like that for cooking, and it's just a little bit off track and to the point where it just stops playing, keeps asking this guy about fish and food and cooking advice. Like those 10-year-olds that you leave in the kitchen and you have to explain how making a cookie works, you know?
Gravewing is straight up trying to get her gear ready for swimming. She realizes she's gonna have to ditch the cloak because there's no way she's getting that wet. Not just wet, drenched, soaked. No, thank you. But then she thinks about something and then just asks. So on a scale of 1 being chill and 10 being turf war, how upset is the Drake gonna be if something else with a really big tail shows up?
It thinks and says, might think you're a friend.
Okay, that's
You weren't
bonus.
thinking of cutting my tail off, were you?
You're not the only one with the tail, Alistair.
Yes, but I have the best.
It is a
You
beautiful
stand
tale.
you stand to be corrected on many levels. Can you even swim? Actually, that we gotta figure out who can swim here. Can anyone not swim?
I feel like there's no way with the backstory I gave her that Lou has ever been taught how to swim. Which
I mean, you
pains
can
me to say in this moment.
Mhm.
But I feel like
Luckily,
there's
you're
no
gonna
way
have water
anybody
breathing,
bothers.
so you really mostly just focus on sinking.
No,
Sinking
that's
is
the
easy.
thing. The idea is, if we fall into trouble, who can actually maneuver in the water? We got 24 hours, so in theory we can just push the motherfucker back out, right? But like it's more so, let's say we have to throw hands. Are you Sonic? Are you Sonic, where you're just all the way down there and you're rendered effectively useless because that's like his biggest weakness, water? Or are you the little fucking mermaid, And it would apparently be that Alouette is Sonic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or Rook in a puddle of water.
Or
yeah,
Rook. No,
what the
no, no,
heck?
no, no.
Every
Different.
time the little drowning
Sonic
thing.
can hold his breath. Rook cannot.
Rook cannot.
Rook cannot.
Little help me.
So yes, I could swim. I could fight underwater if needed be.
Hey, Aubrey.
Mm-hmm.
Because suddenly this is very important. Are my cards gonna work underwater, or are they all gonna go to mush?
They'll work underwater.
Will my bells work underwater?
Theoretically, yes, because they're magic.
We're fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
No, I just gotta be a little careful underwater. Wind,
I'm a really
my
good
friend.
swimmer.
Lightning is also my friend.
Oh yeah. I will confess I have never been swimming in my life.
Okay.
But I feel pretty confident. If we are breathing fine, then I think sinking is more natural than anything else. And I don't move a lot. If things go alright anyway, I just throw things. So I think I can make it work because they are magical items.
You could also focus on doing the actual ritual.
Oh yeah, I could do the ritual too. I love learning things like that.
We can always just tie a rope around you if
Actual
if we're worried about.
We have 100
physical
feet of rope.
rope.
Yes. Regular
Actual
real rope.
rope.
Because we have 100 feet of it now.
We do have 100 feet of rope.
We are no longer in need of rope, so it's fine.
Regular rope, right? Not your.
That's what I meant.
That's what
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
doing.
Okay. I
We
was gonna
don't
be like, I
need
think
other
you're.
rope now. We have real rope. At the
Yeah,
time,
not-
we didn't have any rope.
Exactly.
Out of character, is Lou ever going to be able to use insect ropes around Nihil because she's scared I'm going to gobble them up?
You missed the time they were used.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
know.
weren't there.
That's why it's an out of character statement that I was like, hold up. She's just side-eyeing Nihil, and I was just like, what do you mean? fake?
Now, probably, yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, what do you mean? And she's like, nothing. Anyways.
Don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm probably gonna get rid of that spell now that I've used it.
Just wanted
I
that
have
one
all
time.
of
You're
3
so fair.
spells.
You're so valid. You're so valid because I
How
want to do.
could
I do that
avoid
too.
it? It's like my favorite spell, even though it's very situational. I never
It's
pick
so
situational
specific.
spells, but
It's
I
so
loved it.
specific. I love it so much too. Yeah, no,
I-
you're so valid.
I loved it so much. I went and put it in one of my books I'm writing. I just straight up went, yeah, they're gonna climb using this guy's guts. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, the one other thing
They're
I
a
want to point
god.
out.
They'll be fine. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
The one other thing I want to point out that Gravewing does is she's going to find ways to secure her mask properly. Sure, we can breathe underwater. Have you ever had water like seep into your goggles?
Mm-hmm.
So fucking uncomfortable. So Gravewing is basically just stress testing how tight she can put this mask on and keep it safe. She's gonna keep the bottom mouth part out though, so it's just the top half of the mask that really matters. But that's basically what she does for most of the night. Figure out how this outfit's gonna work, take it away, the parts that don't work, secure the mask, and make sure that everybody knows how to swim/sink, so we know what we're doing.
I think Lou is also gonna put her hair in a snood before we go swimming.
I was gonna say your hair is like long
It's going
and
in a
curly.
snood.
You gotta we putting that shit in a tight ass bun.
Yeah, snood.
Mm-hmm.
I should hold it.
We
She
invent
always
a
keeps one with her.
bonnet. Well, the bonnet should be invented by now, but like we invent elastic to put around, not elastic, duct tape, and put that shit around your bonnet.
She'll survive it getting wet. She just doesn't want it floating everywhere, so a snood should contain it pretty good.
Yes, rats can swim up toilet. Rats can swim very well. It's just they shouldn't, because no majority prey animal should be swimming for long periods of time. That'll kill them.
Fish? No, I'm kidding.
It'll make
Sorry.
them realize that
Nah,
life is
I'm
better
talking
in the
about
sea.
like land
I
prey
know. I
animals,
was
right?
just
Like
being facetious for no
hamsters.
reason.
Yeah, but it can kill them. It can kill them. Their heart will just stop once you take them out of it.
Okay, with hamsters die from literally everything.
Hamsters can die from everything, but hamsters are also a part of the we can swim, but we really shouldn't be swimming for ever.
This ritual is a one-person ritual, right?
Yes, he will tell you that it's a one-person ritual. It'll take about an hour to perform when you're there. So someone will be making like 2 to 3 magical tradition checks.
Shouldn't the Dockmaster be doing that? That's his job.
The Dockmaster has no magical properties.
Then
The
why is
Dockmaster has
he?
no because
He's
he
gotta
needs to
learn
know
it.
how to do it.
It's
do
his
it
job.
just in case he needs to hire people to do it again in the future.
So Lou, you're good at the magic stuff, right? You'll be doing the spells
I
things?
can do the spells, sure.
Okay. Can we
I'm good
we
with
can't take
rituals
turns, like
anyway.
the one person's in. Can I help you with the ritual actually?
You can assist, but it means if other things are going on, you can't. You have to. All you can do is assist.
Okay. Do you think I'll be better assisting, or what other things do you think could happen, everyone?
Well, there's an angry drake that might take offense to us being there, and there's terrible other things that live in the lake, according to Denerim, that might also take offense or think we make good snacks. So
And-
anything could go wrong.
There's whoever disrupted the ritual in the first place.
They could live
Yes.
down there, who knows?
Yeah, they could be keeping an eye on it because if they disrupted it, they don't want it to be back in place.
Or set traps in case someone tried to investigate or fix it.
Any number of things could be happening, which is why you just need to be prepared.
Everything bad that is possible happens to us, so I would expect more of the same.
Well, Lou, if you're confident, I believe in you, and I give you a little fist pump.
I'm gonna give you that back and pretend I agree.
I mean, how many out of character? How many of us can use like our full-fledged caster? I think it's just us two, right?
Alistair?
And Alistair has
Yeah,
a
what do you
wizard
mean
archetype.
full-fledged caster?
I think you're the only full-fledged caster, but the three of us can all do spells.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean? I'm the only full-fledged caster.
You're
I'm
the
a
only
bard.
full-fledged caster. Everyone else is archetype.
Oh, you're archetype bard?
Yeah! Where have you been?
Why did I think you were just a bard?
No, I'm a thaumaturge!
Anyways,
I'm gonna leave that in.
why am I the best? I'm the best one with magic.
It is 14 episodes into season 2! Where have you been?
Apparently thinking you were a bard. Even with the exploiting weakness, I was like, let's go bard feet.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I really threw you with that bell, huh?
Oh my god!
I thought that was a bardic instrument.
No!
It's a thaumaturgical implement.
So every listener who thought that Lou was a bard, please validate me in the Discord.
I don't think
Many
anyone
will
I
would
know
don't
know
think
why.
many do. I think many are very aware that they're a thaumaturge and are very excited about listening to a thaumaturge, actually.
Oh my fuck!
We
No,
had like a
Good.
whole discussion about it too in the talkback where people were like, "Oh, I want to play Lou because I want to try a thaumaturge." Like specifically that
In
came
those
up.
words.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought Thaumaturge was a bard subclass and did not recommend it.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
It's okay. Nobody knows what thaumaturge is
Uh,
anyway.
you want, like, should I do the out of character? I don't know who has the. Actually, fuck it, Lou's doing the ritual. I think she's cuter, and she should do it. But
Lou can't swim, so it kind of makes more sense to
Yeah.
her to just sit there and focus
I-
on one thing.
my mom's taught me how to swim, but I can say that I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
I've never been utterly submerged in water before.
I can swim. It's
I can
just more
sink.
so it's better if I swim with the tail than with the legs.
That would make sense.
So, the next morning will eventually roll around. You'll have a few hours in the morning to get yourselves ready, eat breakfast. Blue, do you want to pull a card?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My cat is snoring somewhere, but she sounds like she's dying. I don't know where she is. I just hear this horrible like noise coming from somewhere. I'm like, "You good?"
Don't
It
worry, our
stopped,
break
so
is
I think
coming
I
up.
woke her up.
Mhm.
Yeah. I will call. I will. Geez, draw a card, not call a dard. Jeepers.
Yeah.
Gimme.
Yeah. You draw the snake bite.
Fitting. What does that do?
It is the chaotic evil card of intelligence. It represents poison, venom, assassination, and discord.
Is this the one where you get disadvantage? Because it's
What are my
an evil
rules?
card.
Yes, you can make me roll with disadvantage.
Cool. I think Lou draws a card and then, like tucks it. No, she does not have it. I'm like, does she have a window? No, she's got a lacy window. Tucks it in her pocket, her boot, and says, "You know, I'm glad we're ready for the worst to happen."
That's not reassuring, I say as I'm mixing potions on the floor. I've taken out my whole alchemical kit. And I will hand a suspicious bottle to Gravewing and be like, here, drink this when you're ready.
What is this?
Make you go fast.
So above table, can you explain what it is just in case?
+5 speed. It's a cheetah lesser elixir.
Okay, dope. Are
It
there
has
any
a-
like any side effects?
It's a +5. Wait, hold on. Is your bonus from monk stuff a status bonus? Because then it won't stack. I just realized.
Let me look.
It might. I think it is. That sucks. I wish it could stack.
Yeah, I have a 10-foot status bonus, so you can give the speed to someone else who has no bonus because like monks and rogues.
Possibly
are good.
the rat folk that has less land speed than the rest of you.
Oh yeah, I'll give it to Alistair and be like, here, drink this when you need to. It makes you go fast. And I'll give another suspicious potion to Alouette and another suspicious potion to Gravewing. Just say these heal you if you feel bad. Not by a lot, but a little bit.
Thank you. This is kind of you.
Expires in a day, but so drink it before you die.
I will do so. Oh, I should give talismans out too.
All right.
I don't know if you can trip people underwater. So
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically, yes.
Theoretically, yes.
Then I can do 3 of these, I think. I can make 2, dag. Okay. Then I will give the wolf thing to Gravewing. It's the same one as last time. I just add like fresh herbs to it. And is going to do a little knot and panic at the last second and give it to Yuri. And that does healing. I'll look up the specifics in a hot minute.
So you all have prepared, and is Aster going with you down to perform the ritual?
It feels like they should. Like, this is their job, technically.
Can he defend himself?
No, but they can fish.
They can fish and they can do medicine. Those are the two things. And Lou, you're handed a sort of scrawled little piece of paper, and Durham goes, "These are the words that you need to say."
Thank you. I will do so. Is there anything else we should know?
The temple's a little weird, but it's fine.
Is it very obvious where to go in the temple?
Oh, it'll be very obvious. It's the center part of the temple. You'll probably see the remains of whatever the person destroyed.
Please define weird in more specific detail.
You'll see soon.
Okay, wait. Before we go, because I remember that I was able to change this since Tian Sha got added in to stuff. I officially, properly have throat pocket. So that means I can store things in my mouth, in my throat. Because I've done that before. That's how I've like narratively did it, and then they gave an actual feed, so I have it now. I'm gonna put the wolf fang in there. I'm gonna put the potion that Nihil gave me in there. Yeah, that's 2 things. I can put 2 more things. Should we? This is so weird. What do you guys want to store in my throat?
Does the ritual have anything that needs to be brought to it? You said there's like a ceremonial object.
There's these bundles of plants and herbs, and some this sort of like little idol made of fish bones. They're all in sort of this bag, this like oiled leather bag to keep like to essentially keep it dry.
Too big for the throat. Heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's specifically these items can have a dimension no longer than 1 foot, so I can basically store 4 feet of items in my throat. Yeah, and it's specifically an air pocket, so they're dry.
Can you store a bag of holding in your throat pocket, giving you infinite storage space in your throat pocket?
Tiny one, maybe like the coin purse of holding, maybe.
It'd have to be that small. But yeah, you're able to do that, and essentially this druid goes around and sort of like it sort of anoints you all with this sort of like little oil paint mix on your forehead and speaks some words in Dwarvish, and he goes, "You can all breathe water for 24 hours."
Thank you.
Aubrey?
Yes.
Overnight, were we able to figure out, over the course of the night, were we able to figure out the passcode for the smuggler bag, or is that like a take it to Junie dealie?
If somebody wants to roll me a thievery check.
The
I can
thief will.
thieve. That is a 23.
23. And you've ruled out what it isn't. You haven't figured out what it is yet. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe another night of just going through possibilities or asking somebody who knows something about it. It wouldn't be a take to Junie. Junie would not know because it would be specific to quite possibly the Bloody Blades may have an answer for you.
Aubrey, I have a very important question about this. Do you have a password in your head currently that activates this bag?
Yes.
So we could theoretically guess the password just from, like, guessing.
Please don't do it right now.
I won't. I'm just curious.
It's theoretically, but it would be spending time, and yeah, I trying to move the story on.
I understand.
Mm-hmm. So you're all anointed, and you can sort of. He tells you to go down to the water, and it's near the center of the lake. It will take a little bit of time, but you cannot miss what the thing is. he stresses that it's like you will not miss what the temple is. So you all start walking into the water, and I think that's where we'll end this episode. And yeah, so take us out.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to the wonderful episode of Goblets and Gaze. If you like what we do here, feel free to follow us on Blue Sky, on Instagram, on Patreon to support all of our amazing content and hear all of the stuff that Aubrey has to cut as she constantly fist fights me to actually get the plot going, because I cannot stop saying the worst things in the world. And also that means that Aubrey gets paid for putting up with bullshit, so I'm just saying you should do it, you know? Give us a various review on our streaming services, correct? I hope those reviews are 5-star. I think we deserve it, please. And join our Discord. If you ping me enough, like in the middle of the night, like 3 times, I'll be summoned like a ghost and I'll tell you a random fun fact about myself.
And after long I could not find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now. It haunts me, all these demons how they surround me in this random light. It calls me, he is reaching out, consuming